So some of you guys probably saw it this morning. I saw this like an hour before I went live today on stream. So now my video is going to be kind of weird now. Interesting. Anyways, though, the call to arms usually is a big indicator as to what the next UR event is going to be. In this case, we do have one for the upcoming UR event. By now, everyone should know it's a UR event. It's going to be Sakura Empire. So for the, what is it, third, fourth year in a row, we have back-to-back-to-back IJN UR events. Shinano, Shimakaze, Musashi, and now we have the fourth one here. So, what is this next UR ship is going to be? Anything can be up to grabs. At this point, I know a lot of people are thinking Yamato, because it is probably like the last big ultra rare candidate that Sakura Empire can provide. And honestly, I kind of am thinking it could be it, but there's like 90% of me that thinks that's not the case, because they do it now, then they're pretty much done with any like big time attention grabbers that this game could probably see. Like for example, after Yamato comes out, what could be the next big ship people want to see that's on hype with Yamato? Probably nothing at this point. You could say Iowa class battleships, but there's nowhere near as big as Yamato. You could probably say Enterprise 2. That could be one as well too. But I doubt anyone's gonna be nearly as hyped up as Yamato. I think the next biggest one probably Bismarck, but she already got 2 versions already, so that's not gonna be the case. Anyways, though, let's talk about this upcoming ship and what it's possibly going to be. But first, we got a word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box. You will get up to 20 of the latest exclusive, limited edition, and seasonal flavored Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan for a limited time, such as Sakura Pepsi, Japanese sake Kit Kats, ramen, and many more. As for Sakura Co., it is a monthly authentic Japanese snack subscription box. Sakura Co. is supporting local Japanese snack makers. Each box comes with 20 traditional, authentic, and artisan Japanese snacks, including Japanese teas and special Japanese tableware. Say hello to autumn. Japanese people will be starting this season by celebrating Tsukimi, Japanese moon viewing festival, a centuries-old tradition that is a time to appreciate the beauty of autumn moon and to give thanks for the harvest. There are many ways to celebrate Tsukimi, such as going to temples to pray and make offerings, or having picnics outdoors under the moonlight and eating traditional Tsukimi foods such as Tsukimi dango, or rice dumplings, and moon cakes. Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. invites you to celebrate Tsukimi together with our special Tsukimi designed snack boxes filled with delicious Japanese Tsukimi themed snacks, perfect for enjoying under the moonlight with your friends and family. Starting things off with Tokyo Treat's theme, Moon Festival Snackin'. Taste the festival through the Moon Festival inspired snacks like Kit Kat Chestnut. Chestnut is a common treat during the Full Moon Festival. Full Moon Rice Crackers. And Mint Chocolate Moon Pebbles. My favorite item of this month has to be the soy sauce and sesame senbei. If you guys don't know, rice crackers are a classic snack to enjoy at a Moon Festival. Such as that, I enjoy the crunch, has a great taste to it, absolutely phenomenal of a snack. As for Sakura Co., their theme will be Autumn Moon Festival. Enjoy Full Moon Soft Chew, Full Moon Cookie, Straw White Chocolate Fruit, and Black Sesame Mochi. All pairs excellent with Hatmugi tea, And as for this month, the special tableware item is going to be the Tsukimi dish. So what are you waiting for? Autumn is not only a great season for sweaters and colorful leaves, but also a great time to purchase exclusive Japanese snack boxes to enhance your seasonal experience much more. So going back to what I was saying at the beginning of the year, I was really hoping for a Iowa class battleship sometime this year. I've said it multiple times, and I still hold true to that. This year has to be the year they release an Iowa class battleship. Why I say this is because there's like what, 4 of them or something. There's Wisconsin, Missouri, and of course Iowa, and probably like one other more that I'm not aware of. But there's a lot of them left. And judging by how this game is spread out as of right now, it's going to the 6th year anniversary. Honestly, I'm not trying to be a doom or anything, but how many years left of this game that they could possibly like expand out to the point where they can show all of the Iowa class battleships left over? We have New Jersey, which came out over 2 years ago, and that's it. So I don't know what's taking them so long. I know USS has a lot of ships. But man, are they really gonna help to expand out to like another, like, I don't know, 6-8 years to have more Iowa class battleships? Doesn't make any sense. At the very least, we still have one more at the end of the year that possibly could be the Iowa class battleship that I'm waiting for, but who knows at this point. Anyways, though, I was expecting a USS event. So yeah, it's not that. Anyways, if it's an IGN event, it's probably gonna be a variant 2 version. In this case, I really don't think it's gonna be a Yamato, because at the very latest, I'm expecting Yamato to come out next year during their anniversaries. Like, so 2024, around this time next year is when Yamato could possibly come out. Not saying she's guaranteed to come out, but possibly come out. So I'm really expecting a 2 variant for this time around. I've seen a couple guesses or whatever. I've seen people say Amagi 2, which is a carrier, not a battle cruiser. So that could possibly be a candidate for the upcoming event. Now, if they do this, though, it's going to be a very interesting setup. So we go over here, we go to Dog Space, we go to ultra rare carriers. No, or not carriers. Let's go to carriers, and let's go to Sakura Empire. That. Now, right here, they have a lot of potential candidates. A lot of the UR carriers for IGN works in forms of pairs. For example, Shinano Hakuryu, Akagi Kaga, Soryu and Heryu, Shokaku and Zuikaku. There's a lot of these ships that works in pairs very well with each other. Now, I'm not saying that Amagi 2 could be the variant that could tie a lot of these carriers together, but I will say that if she does, if we do get a ultra rare carrier for Sakura Empire, that basically fills that missing slot we've been having for so long now. Shinano is a really good buffer for IGN carriers, and if you have that one last slot, there's just too many things going on with that ship. Now, I'm not saying Implacable wasn't a very good filler. She's a very good slot for the Hakuryu and Shinano setup. But now, let's say Copium Talk right here. They somehow add more difficult content to the game, like Chapter 15, more harder versions of Arbiter fights or something. I don't know, 135 Arbiters or something. Then we can't one fleet stuff anymore or we can't one fleet anymore like we used to anymore. So if that's the case, what we can do is we do carriers, ultra. We can do like Enterprise, Yorktown 2, Implacable for Fleet 1, and then we could do Shinano, Hakuryu, and Amagi 2 for the second carrier setup. Now we have 2 very powerful carrier setups that are going to work very well for endgame bossing. That's definitely a candidate right there that we can possibly run. Like that a lot. Honestly, I would definitely be down for that. So yeah, I think that could be a very good slot. Now, another thing people have been saying has been like the Fox Sisters or whatever, like Kagi or Kaga could possibly be a candidate for the upcoming UR event. Now, if that's the case, though, I will say this. Now, I'm not saying that they should be back to like a 2 UR banner per whatever, but if they do, let's say they do a Kagi 2, right? If they do a Kagi 2, I'm pretty sure she would have some kind of buff for a Kaga. But if she does have a buff like Kaga, that means why would you want to run a basic Kaga with a Kagi 2, right? So I mean, if they make her universal, she could fit well with Shinano Hakuryu, but then like she's gonna be forgotten by her other sister Kaga. So that's the thing right there. So I feel like because a lot of the IJN carriers work in pairs, it's hard to make a UR for these kind of ships without leaving the other one out. So like let's say they have a Shokaku 2, then Zuikaku 1 will be left out, right? If they have Zuikaku 2, then Shokaku 1 will be left out, right? So I feel like these ships can't be candidates because it's kind of weird. Like I honestly think it's kind of weird. I mean, it could happen though, by all means, but I just think it's really weird. So the only option here is that they have a Amagi 2, which could possibly work because I think a couple of people have been saying it now in my Discord and like some of my YouTube stream comments or whatever, that this could possibly be candidate for the IJN setup. And honestly, I didn't look too much into it, but I know she's a carrier. I don't know how like powerful she was back in the day. I know the original one like lost to an earthquake. That's a funny one, by the way. I never knew how good the original one was, or not the original one was, or the original and a new one. But if she's a really good one though, at this point, I think by now we know like a lot of the ships that come out nowadays that's ultra rare haven't been like, some are significant, some are like kind of like made up or whatever. Honestly, okay, I will say this: Amagi 1, even though she lost an earthquake historically, she was a really powerful ship when she first came out to the game. Like I think a lot of people used her for like the longest time in like PVE and PvP for like a year or so. So that was really really interesting, I'd say. So I mean, if it does come out, probably is really powerful. I think that's probably to be the case though. I don't think it's gonna be a Vanguard. I don't think there's any like possible Vanguard candidates that can be ultra rare. Like if we talk IJN UR Vanguards right here, there's only Azuma and Shimakaze, right? And Shimakaze's out of the way. Azuma is still here. I mean Udachi got a retrofit, but like I wouldn't say that's like a base candidate. So this is basically Shimakaze. Like there's no other Vanguards that could possibly be a UR for IJN. I mean if they do it then great, but I really don't think there's any like hyped up ultra rare Vanguards that could possibly be IJN. I really don't think so. I think this is gonna be one of those backline scenarios. Once again, we haven't had a Vanguard ultra rare in like a year and a half now, which was Kronstadt about a year and a half ago. So yeah, up until now it's all been backlines. So yeah, pretty much gonna be a backline, I think, and it's probably gonna be Amagi 2. If they do Yamato, then great. And I eat my words. But if they do that, I know a lot of people are dooming and saying that the game is going to be end of service or whatever, or like the game is going to shut down after Yamato comes out. I will say though, after Yamato comes out, whenever they decide to release it though, a lot of hype for the game and a lot of anticipation for upcoming historical ships or whatever are probably going to be not down the drain, but like it's going to be toned down a bit. Anyways though, that's my discussion of the upcoming ultra rare event. It's going to be Japanese, Sakura Empire. Probably going to be a backline ship, just like the last 6 of them or whatever. And yeah, very surprised it's not a USS event. But hey, there's still one more UR event at the end of the year. Could possibly be it. Otherwise, though, I don't know how long they're going to wait to release the other Iowa class battleships because they're taking their sweet, sweet time with that for whatever reason. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the video. Stay tuned to the next one, and I will see you guys next time as always.